poor decision making.
Is the talent around him good enough at receiver and tight end?
Well, Dallas.
Dallas
Dallas is good. Devontae's good. So after that, no, probably not. But I mean, you got to stay healthy. But their top guys are still good. But they, if you don't have Dallas Goedert, the fact that Johnny Munt is a deference player, and that's what I call guys.
That's what I mean. That's crazy to me.
That's insanity. Don't often criticize Howie for roster construction, but the depth doesn't look great. Not nearly what it has been. Like, I think it's comical that people think, insert name. I don't want to pick on one of them. So I think it's comical that people think Hollywood Brown or Darius Cooper or Elijah Moore, and even throw in Johnny Wilson, are as good as football players as John Dodson. Oh, they got more. They're all better. You got to be flipping kidding me. But they just didn't use him.
Yeah, but do we have a little revisionist history on him? I mean, he was a first-round pick, John, that got traded away 2 years into his contract to a division rival for peanuts.
Well, I don't even think he should have been a first-round pick.
But I'm just saying, it's not like he.
No, I'm not saying he's great. I'm saying he's better than those guys. That's all.
Yeah, I think that's.
I'm saying he's at best a third receiver in the NFL. I'm just saying he's better than all those guys. That's all. I'm not saying he's a great player, but I think because they didn't utilize the third receiver, and that's not his fault. They played a different style of offense. But I'm just talking, people bought into the hype of certain players, and it's like Hollywood Brown has not been good. He showed some life in practice yesterday for the first time in a while. Darius Cooper's a great story, but he's a fifth receiver in the NFL. Johnny Wilson is a gimmick guy. He's a blocker. And Elijah Moore is a little bit of a gimmick manufacturer touch guy who's not, So I'm not in love with the depth there. The tight end depth is even worse. Like, I think Eli Stowers might turn into a good player, but early, like, you're going to have a difficult time getting him on the field. Grant Calcaterra, God bless him, good dude. I mean, too one-dimensional, and it gives everything away. That's their problem at tight end. They got a bunch of one-dimensional guys. The one guy besides in the back end, that EJ Jenkins has the potential to do both, but he just can't catch the football consistently.
Well, we're going to need this offensive line to have a great year then, John. And Jalen Hurts going to have to step up, trying to, make plays. And Saquon Barkley, as you said, it's going to have to be a big Saquon. You were joking, wrap him in bubble wrap, because if anything happens to him, it's not going to be good.
Well, on the offensive line, it's great when they're all out there, but I don't know how realistic that might be to get all 5 of those guys through 17 games plus the playoffs. Some good signs from Bell and Lampkin, as we said, Drew Kendall as well, but they're all unproven. They'll probably keep Micah Morris, but you don't want him playing. Jake Majors got exposed. John Njoku's okay. He can probably play, but he's going to have a tough time making the team. He'll probably play as a Band-Aid. And Fred can play as a Band-Aid. But not great depth on the offensive line. Some upside, but not great depth in the immediate. So if guys were to go down early, you're probably be in some trouble. So I would say overall the depth is a concern on the offensive side. And you might see some roster juggling, whether it's getting to 53 and picking up people on waivers, try to get a little bit better on the back end. You might see more of that this year.
This is a depressing show today, John.
Well, people have been spoiled by a good team for a long time. It's cyclical. Guys age out. It's hard to replace them. The Eagles have done a better job than most. Defensive tackle. You're going to see Milton Williams. All of a sudden, Ty Robinson is showing some life. People giving up on Ty Robinson. Now Ed Kratz is right in the bottom. Everybody's like Ty. Boy, man. He's going to be great. I warned them, and then I said, he's done. Throw him in the trash can. I go, he's not done. Showing some life. He's not going anywhere. But I mean, the defensive tackle I brought up, to have Milton Williams and then Moro Ojomo, and you're probably going to lose Moro Ojomo. I don't know if that Ty's going to fill that void, but it wouldn't surprise me if he turned into a good rotational player. Trotter's a tremendous backup. And Michael Carter's a tremendous backup to the point he should be a starter, but I digress. So I think they have some really good depth on defense. Edge, too, with Ebiketie and Epinesa. Much better than it has been. So there's some positive, but you got to go on the defensive side. A lot of positive on the defensive side.
What's your expectation for Jalen Hurts this year?
I think it's going to be a tough year. I mean, he's swimming upstream. And I don't think a lot of it's going to be his fault. I think they put him in a bad situation with an inexperienced play caller. And he's got less talent than he's had. I think it's going to be a difficult struggle. That's why, his best friend is got to take up golf and start golfing with Saquon constantly. His best friend is going to be Saquon.
Well, they've created an environment where the quarterback swims upstream and they're supposed to have a good year. That doesn't go together to me.
Well,
I'm more optimistic than you are that Jalen can run this successfully, but some of the shit you explain is hard to look at.
Well, I mean, he could run it successfully and still be swimming upstream because of the you're a couple injuries away from throwing out players that were just playing in Baltimore. Even Wicks, who I think has had a good camp. I mean, Makai Lemon's got to get the hell out there. His career high is 39 receptions, Dontavian Wicks. I mean, you start rolling into teams with Christian Gonzalez. You start rolling into teams like Seattle. You know, some of the teams with great defenses. I don't think I don't think Dontavian Wicks is going to go win one-on-one against some of those teams. Like a certain somebody could do. So I think it's going to be more difficult from a personnel perspective. And maybe they can get Eli Stowers involved, and maybe
I don't know about that.
Maybe
not year one. You got it. Well, I think Eli Stowers is going to be future. I mean, he didn't look very good versus.
Well, it would have to be in small packages, but get him involved as a receiver.
Does he look like he gives a big enough advantage even in that area? I mean, playing versus
not yet. I mean,
it's not the same as preseason.
By the way, Darius Smith signed with the Falcons.